Good evening. You're watching Network 7 Media Group. Tonight, we focus on the Union Budget 2026. Arriving at a decisive moment in India's economic journey, the Finance Minister, Nirmala Sitharaman, faces her toughest test yet. India's economy is projected to grow at 7.4%, but the big question remains. Does this growth translate into jobs, equitable development, and relief for the common man? India continues to be the fastest growing major economy. Public capital expenditure, roads, railways, ports, digital infrastructure has been the engine of this growth. But fiscal discipline is under strain. High borrowing, ballooning subsidies, and widening deficits raise concerns about sustainability. Will this budget strike the balance between ambition and prudence? Since 2014, the Modi government has aggressively pushed highways, rail modernization, logistic corridors, and digital infrastructure. Capex has risen year after year, positioning infrastructure as the backbone of growth. Contrast this with the UPA era, 2004 to 2014, where the focus was largely on social schemes like Mahatma Gandhi National Rural Employment Guarantee Act and food security. Growth then was consumption-led, not investment-driven. The difference is stark, but has it delivered for the people? Here lies the persistent challenge. Despite high growth, job creation has lagged. Manufacturing and MSMEs remain under stress. Automation and AI adoption raise fresh concerns. The UP's rural employment schemes gave short-term relief but lacked structural impact. Modi's Make in India and PLI schemes promise transformation, but large-scale employment remains elusive. The question is India facing jobless growth? Healthcare and education spending has increased, but still falls short of global benchmarks. Rural health infrastructure is weak. Quality education remains uneven. Welfare schemes like direct benefit transfers and Jan Dhan accounts have improved efficiency compared to UPA era leakages. Yet, inequality and the urban-rural divide remain stark. Growth is visible, but distributive justice is missing. Jobless growth, rural distress, rising inequality, mounting debt. Yes, India's fiscal and infrastructure landscape has transformed under Modi. But the lived reality of the common man, jobs, healthcare, education, affordability remains contested. Growth has become investment-led, but the promise of inclusive prosperity is still unfulfilled. As Dr. Satya Brahma, Editor-in-Chief of Network 7 Media Group reminds us, budgets are not balance sheets of power. They are moral documents of governance. The true test of Nirmala Sitharaman's 2026 budget will be whether it bridges the chasm between glittering GDP figures and the ground realities of the common man. India's budget 2026 must prove that growth is not just a number. It must be felt in the lives of ordinary citizens. Fiscal consolidation versus growth push, employment generation versus automation, tax reforms for the middle class and senior citizens. Global headwinds, from volatile capital flows to geopolitical tensions. The finance minister must walk a tightrope, balancing ambition with credibility. The middle class wants relief in income tax slabs. Senior citizens expect rebates and incentives for savings. Industry demands GST rationalization and policy continuity. Youth wants jobs, skills and opportunities. Common citizens want affordable healthcare, education and social security. Will Budget 2026 deliver? This is Sitharaman's historic 9th consecutive Union Budget, a record in India's parliamentary history. But the bigger question looms. Will this be remembered as a people's budget or dismissed as another exercise in macroeconomic optics? The nation waits. The stakes are high, and the verdict will be written not in numbers, but in the lives of Indian citizens.